chosen one, listen very closely to this and absolutely do not tell a soul within the next 72 hours. A massive emotional shock is going to hit your life. A soul you once thought was completely out of reach is preparing a physical gift to propose to you. If you scroll past this video, you will single-handedly sever the connection that has just been reconnected. You might be asking yourself, who is this person? Why now? The truth is, they have been in your orbit for a long time. It could be someone you had quietly given up hope on, or someone so distant it felt like two parallel lines that would never intersect. But oh, chosen one, that agonizing period of separation you just went through was the dark night of the soul orchestrated by the universe to refine and prepare both of you to step into a completely new dimension. Please do not click away just yet, because right at the end of this video, a spine-chilling identifying sign and the exact first letter of their name will be revealed. If you impatiently scroll past, you might accidentally walk right past them in a crowd over the next few days, losing this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Be patient, because the message coming up will change the entire rest of your life. The physical gift they are bringing is not just a simple ring or a lifeless keepsake. It is truly an energy anchor. The exact moment this object touches your hand, an explosion of financial abundance, luck, and spiritual elevation will be triggered all at once. Are you feeling a slight electrical current running down your spine, or a tingling sensation in your chest? That is the confirmation from your spiritual system. Your guardian angel is forcing your intuition to pay attention to this very moment. Welcome to Chosen One Prophecy. If you are here right now, this message was meant to find you. To lock in this intensely converging energy, hit the like button right now. You are not just liking a random video, you are personally placing a seal on the flow of destiny. This vibrational frequency has officially been confirmed. However, there is one final barrier you must break through. This proposal energy is incredibly intense. It demands that you clear away all doubts. Do not let past traumas whisper that you are not worthy. The fact that you have patiently held your breath and watched up to this point proves that your spiritual contract is ready to be activated. Type this affirmation in the comments to kickstart your 72 hours of destiny. The past has been completely released, and the greatest gift is now being received. And here is the secret reward. The final key meant exclusively for you, the one who chose to stay until the very end. Within the next 24 hours, pay very close attention to your surroundings. If you keep seeing the numbers 1111, or suddenly catch a fleeting, deeply familiar scent, even when no one is around, take a deep breath and smile. That is the first knock on the door. If those numbers have already been appearing in your life, drop them in the comments right now. 111, 444, 777, whatever sequence keeps finding you. Let the universe see that you are paying attention. And a letter in their name carries the energy of the water or fire element. Everything has been perfectly arranged for you. Hit the subscribe button right now to maintain this protective connection until that gift officially appears. Prepare a stunning outfit, because the 72-hour countdown has officially begun. How many times have you stared up at the ceiling in the dead of night, letting hot tears stream down your face as you sobbed, and asked the Supreme Being, why me? Why is it always me? Why do sincerity, sacrifice, and a pure heart always have to be met with bleeding stab wounds? There were times when you were completely exhausted. The feeling was so suffocating you thought your chest would shatter. You gave away all your tenderness, but the world answered with betrayal, coldness, and cruel lies. How many nights have you hugged your own fragile shoulders, healing the wounds no one else could see? You withdrew, building an impenetrable fortress out of fear and exhaustion, because your faith had been crushed beyond recognition. But oh, chosen one, listen very closely to this. Open the eyes of your soul wide and recognize the truth. Not a single tear of yours has fallen to the ground forgotten. Absolutely not. The truth is, the universe has never, not for a single second, turned a blind eye to your pain. Those ultimate traumas were not a punishment. They were an extreme purification. The universe needed to melt your heart in the fires of adversity to forge it into the brightest, purest diamond. The injustices you swallowed and kept inside did not just vanish into thin air. Just like King David, a mighty warrior who once cried out in pursuit and utter isolation, realized a powerful truth. Put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? Yes, every single tear of your sorrow has been carefully collected by the angels. Every single drop. They are currently placed in the most sacred spot, the altar of empathy in heaven. That pain, that utter loneliness, was the steepest price paid in full to purchase a glorious blueprint of destiny. You have paid up front in blood and tears for a happiness far greater than anything the human brain could ever imagine. Nothing you have given has gone unwitnessed. Not the tenderness, not the sleepless nights, not the silent prayers no one ever answered out loud. Every single one of them was recorded. Right now, through the link in the description or the pinned comment, there is one more thing you can do. Not a donation, not a transaction. The door you have knocked on so many times your knuckles went numb. Place it inside your seed. Heaven has already opened the book. Let it write the next chapter. If that truth just landed somewhere deep inside you, type Amen in the comments. Not for this video, for yourself. As a declaration that you finally believe your pain was never wasted. Understand the gravity of this. You are not just experiencing the pain of an ordinary person. You are shouldering a purification, breaking the agonizing karmic curses of past generations to pave the way for an unprecedented miracle to shake your bloodline. The contract of suffering has expired at this very moment. The karmic verdict has been overturned. No dark force, no toxic person has the right to steal your energy and your love anymore. You have walked through the valley of darkness, and now it is time for the dawn of the most radiant compensation to explode across your sky. The pardon has been issued. Your resilient sacrifice itself has generated a supernatural magnetic pull, an electromagnetic wave vibrating throughout the spiritual realm. And guess what? A breathtakingly beautiful soul, a person carrying a blinding frequency of light, is being pulled toward you at breakneck speed by that force. They are racing against time, shattering every obstacle in this physical world, just to find the exact spot where you stand. They were born, forged, and prepared to do only one thing in this lifetime: to cherish, protect, and compensate you tens of thousands of times over for those tears. Do not leave just yet. Scrolling past this message right as the energy is peaking would be a cruel rejection of that magnificent gift of compensation. Hold your ground. The person born to soothe your scars is frantically searching for you. In the next part, the velvet curtain will be drawn back. The silhouette, identity, and mind-blowing clues about this soul fragment will officially be revealed. Everything is getting so close. Hold your breath, because the next heartbeat will completely change the trajectory of your life. And right as the energy of compensation is exploding at its brightest, open your mind wide to receive the next shocking truth. This moment will reshape your entire understanding of love and destiny up to this point. The beautiful soul hurtling toward you right now is absolutely not a random arrangement. This is absolutely not a coincidental test of fate or a temporary fix. Absolutely not. The presence of this person was programmed with absolute precision from before time even began. They were molded and forged from the exact same soul blueprint as you. The universe used the same material of light, the same frequency of heartache, the same overwhelmingly intense desire to create two puzzle pieces. This is a perfect energetic replica. You two are the two poles of the same magnificent magnet, separated across countless lifetimes to forge yourselves to learn your own lessons steeped in blood and tears. And now, that cycle of suffering has officially come to an end. The primordial magnetic pull is frantically dragging the two halves of the blueprint to merge into one. Look deep into their current reality. On the outside, they are an incredibly radiant entity. They are profound. They shine. They carry a sense of pride and attract every longing gaze in a vast crowd. Anyone looking at them would think they have everything in the palm of their hands, a flawless, fulfilling life. But oh, chosen one, use your clairvoyant intuition to look right through that flawlessly cold exterior, deep within the core of their soul. They carry a chillingly silent void, a massive gaping hole, a loneliness that gnaws at every cell, which no wealth or glory, no words of praise, and absolutely no superficial relationship out there in the world can fill. They have tried to open their heart, tried to connect with others, but it all only brought a sense of wrongness, a rejection from deep within their subconscious countless times. In the dead of the longest and quietest nights, they have broken down. They have fallen to their knees in the dark, completely stripping away their strong armored mask, looking up at the sky with tear-filled eyes and screaming out a plea to the universe. They did not ask for more wealth or power. They begged for someone, just one single person with a crystal clear, pure, forgiving heart, overflowing with light, exactly like yours. They unconsciously described your exact smile, your warmth, your resilient kindness. They have been calling your name in the language of energy through the cries of their soul, long before you two actually crossed paths in this noisy physical world. That call ripped through space, pierced through every galaxy, and pinned itself directly into your meridian system. And that is exactly why your frequencies are not just leaking. They are crashing into each other fiercely, deafeningly, creating a chain reaction of tremors that is shaking the entire spiritual realm. Two colossal blocks of energy are rubbing against each other, bursting into flames in another dimension, preparing to tear through the physical veil to manifest. When two forces of this magnitude are already in motion, the collision does not need your help, but it does need your signal. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment. What you plant right now is not going to a channel. It is a coordinate dropped into the frequency field that is already pulling the two of you together. A declaration that says, "Here, this is where I am standing. This is where I am ready to be found." Place inside that seed the one thing you are trusting this force to return to you, and hold still. What is racing toward you will not miss you. Oh, chosen one, that is the only absolute and most precise explanation for the bizarre phenomena that have been constantly engulfing your mind and body lately. Be honest with yourself. Why do you keep getting this inexplicable restlessness, like a fire burning inside you? Why is your chest aching, your heart racing abnormally, palpitating relentlessly in the middle of the night with no physical cause? Why are there moments when you zone out, falling into an anxious, wistful state, as if you are yearning and waiting for something invisible, vague, yet on the verge of exploding and bursting forth? Why have your dreams recently been so breathtakingly vivid, feeling like a silhouette is holding you tightly, protecting you from the storm? Do not try to suppress it. Do not use dry logical thinking to deny it, and absolutely do not mistake it for clinical anxiety or unease. Not at all. That is your spiritual radar going off at the highest level. The most radiant and powerful red alert. If your body has been doing this, if the restlessness is real, if the dreams have been coming, drop "I feel it" in the comments right now. That is not a coincidence you have been living. That is contact. The two halves of the blueprint are hurling straight into each other's orbit at the speed of light, and no force can stop them. Your physical body is merely reacting to the massive energetic shock from the collision of two stars of destiny. This reunion, crashing in like a hurricane, is greater than any mortal romance that has ever existed on Earth. It transcends all calculations, all ordinary romantic vibrations. It bears the fiery seal of heaven, stamped and approved by the supreme power. As the authoritative, sharp and unshakable revelation is clearly written in Ecclesiastes 4:12, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Engrave this truth into the very depths of your consciousness. The upcoming marriage, the upcoming sacred covenant of love, is not just a fragile union of 2 vulnerable mortals. The first strand is your resilient vitality. The second strand is the wildly deep love of that beautiful soul. And the third strand, the core strand, the most majestic, magnificent, and powerful one that renders this connection impenetrable, is the absolute guarantee of the Supreme Being himself. When God has personally woven that third strand into this destiny, no earthly sword has the authority to sever it. No dark force, no curse, no petty human jealousy, and no dark karma from the past can reach out and cut this divine bond. Once these 2 entities stand together under one roof, every barrier, every enemy trying to destroy it, will automatically have their energy rebounded and disintegrate into dust. If your soul is vibrating with strong, continuous beats as you receive these revelations, if every cell, every strand of DNA in your body is screaming in agreement and yearning to merge, hit the subscribe button immediately. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. And never consider this just a soulless tap of a finger, swiping across a lifeless screen. In the world of frequencies and energy, no action is meaningless. Consider this act of hitting subscribe as the most sacred and powerful sealing ritual. It is a blinding energetic signal, a massive flare you are personally firing straight into the center of the universe to boldly confirm, to roar out to the entire cosmos. The door has been thrown wide open. The heart has been completely purified. All obstacles have been shattered. This being is fully ready to receive their destined life partner, to embrace the greatness that rightfully belongs to them. Every single subscription is a beam of light added to the spiritual lighthouse, guiding them to charge forward without ever losing their way amidst the storms of life. But a final life or death question arises. In a vast, endless sea of people, among billions of souls frantically rushing past each other, every second on this earth, how will you recognize them in a split second? How can you guarantee that when destiny knocks on the door, when they stand towering right in front of you, mortal doubt will not cause you to miss out on this once-in-a-millennium privilege? Do not blink. Do not let your mind wander for even 1,000th of a second, because right after this, the greatest veil of secrecy will be completely ripped open. A destined piece of evidence, a weapon of love that can be touched and held in this physical world, and a name carrying the power to stun all of reality will be mercilessly exposed. And this is how the universe marks that earth-shattering moment, exposing every mystery amidst the vast sea of humanity. The proposal tearing through the wind toward you does not just stop at invisible, non-physical vibrations. It carries the absolute weight of reality. It comes with a magnificent token, a tangible proof that will land a mind-blowing, explosive strike right in the middle of your physical world. This is absolutely not some ordinary object. It could be an emotionally drenched handwritten letter that was never sent, a family heirloom carrying the blessings of their lineage, or a ring that has patiently waited through countless generations just to be slipped perfectly onto your finger. The exact second this object touches your skin, an intense spiritual electric current will rush through your entire body, violently awakening every layer of sealed soul memories from infinite past lives and their name. That name will deliver a direct shock to your consciousness. It will leave you so stunned you will hold your breath, because it is absolutely not an unfamiliar name. It is a name that has always been lurking, always dancing around your orbit for a very long time. It has constantly appeared on street signs, random lines of text, and spine-chillingly repetitive coincidences that you hastily brushed off. Every sign has already been laid out. exactly like the authoritative revelation boldly declared in Isaiah 4:19. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? The miracle has taken root right beneath your heels, just waiting for the moment to erupt. Type "I receive the new thing" in the comments right now. Not because this video is asking you to, but because something in you already knows it is true. Let that knowing have a voice. To ensure the energy of this sacred token does not skip a beat or go astray among the millions of frequencies out there, drop a like on this video immediately. This is not a mindless tap. You are personally stamping the most powerful protective energetic seal onto the flow of destiny, permanently locking this gift to your name. But wait. Stop all your thoughts right now. There is an incredibly cruel truth about your past wounds that Archangel Michael is directly sounding the alarm on. You must face it. If you scroll past this next revelation, you will be forever trapped in self-torment. And the most terrifying consequence is that you might accidentally crush and completely destroy this once-in-a-millennium destined connection yourself. Oh, chosen one. Be honest with the bleeding scars in your soul right now. You have locked yourself in a dark room, watched people from your past turn their backs and walk away, tasted bitter betrayal, and stabbed your own mind hundreds of times with the thought, was it because I was not good enough? Was not worthy enough? Completely wrong. That is the most spectacular and cruel illusion of the darkness. The truth is, your aura shines too brightly, too radiantly, and too purely for beings with low frequencies. When a blazing torch is lit in the dead of night, it does not just light the way. It blinds the creatures that only know how to hide in dark swamps. You carry a flawless crystal overflowing with compassion, and because of that, the universe clearly saw those toxic people clinging to you, desperately siphoning your life energy to fill the greedy black holes in their rotten personalities. Heaven could never stand idly by and watch a magnificent soul be drained down to its last drop of light. The emergency spiritual defense system was triggered at a red alert level. Your guardian angel personally intervened in your timeline, deliberately creating fierce conflicts, pushing every limit to the point of suffocation and ultimate pain, just to decisively kick those toxic people out of your sacred boundaries. Those departures, those tear-filled and ruthless breakups, were never a breakdown or a failure on your part. That was the divine cut. It was the blinding sword of truth, slicing right through the roots of the karmic chains binding you. The universe had to step in and sweep away the unworthy, performing a massive spiritual surgery to detach you from all deception. Ask yourself, if the launch pad was not cleared, how would a magnificent miracle have enough safe space to land? The empty, chillingly silent space you are experiencing right now is absolutely not abandonment. It is the glorious clearing after the great flood. Your launch pad has been completely cleared to roll out the red carpet for that beautiful soul to step straight into your orbit. You were not discarded. You are being lifted to an entirely new frequency level, a place where those people from your past will never ever have the right to even touch the hem of your garment again. Take a deep breath, very slowly and very deeply right now. You reach the final step of the blueprint. The moment to trigger explosive wealth and true love lies right at the end of this. Please do not turn off the screen. Oh, chosen one, bravely look straight into the bleeding scars in your soul at this very moment. How many times have you locked yourself in a dark room, curled up in a hidden corner, staring blankly at the cold backs of people from your past walking away? You tasted the bitter betrayal welling up in your throat, forced yourself to swallow their hurtful lies, and stabbed your own mind with hundreds, thousands of invisible knives through the most cruel thought. Was it because I was not good enough, worthy enough, pretty enough, or tactful enough to be fully loved? You put yourself on trial, degrading the value of a magnificent soul, just to beg for crumbs of affection from rotten relationships. Stop right now. Completely wrong. That is a spectacular scam. the most cowardly and cruel illusion the darkness has constructed to imprison your power. Do not ever kneel before those toxic memories for another second. The magnificent truth that heaven is ringing earth-shattering bells to wake you up to is this: your aura shines so brightly, so radiantly, so serenely, and so purely that it strikes terror into beings of lower frequencies. Imagine when a blazing torch is lit in the pitch-black night. It does not just light the way. It blinds and terrifies the filthy creatures that only know how to hide in dark swamps. You carry a flawless crystal in your chest, overflowing with unconditional compassion, overflowing with infinite healing power. You give everything without calculation, and because of that boundless magnetic pull of light, the universe from high above clearly saw layer upon layer of hollow people. Those toxic individuals clinging to you like bloodthirsty spiritual parasites. Stay awake and see through the core of the issue. Those people never had the capacity to love someone like you. They are completely powerless in the face of pure love. They were merely desperately siphoning your life energy, draining your vitality, your luck, and your goodness to fill the bottomless black hole of greed in their already shattered personalities. The more you yielded, the more they pushed. The more you forgave and showed compassion, the more they saw it as a weakness to exploit and trample on. If you kept closing your eyes and letting that happen, the flame of your life force would have permanently burned out before it could ever illuminate your life's great mission. But heaven could never, and absolutely would never, stand idly by and watch a soul of light be squeezed dry down to its last drop of essence. When your life force was threatened to the absolute extreme by people not on your level, the emergency spiritual defense system was instantly triggered at a blazing red alert. The supreme beings were furious. Your guardian angel personally drew the sword of truth, directly intervening in your physical timeline. They intentionally scattered obstacles, created the fiercest conflicts, unsolvable misunderstandings, exposed the most filthy deceptions to the core, and pushed every limit of your endurance to the point of suffocation and peak agony. What was the purpose of those ruthless storms? To decisively kick those toxic people out of your sacred boundaries, those ruthless departures, those tear-soaked breakups that felt like they were tearing your chest apart. Those bitter rejections were never, not for a thousandth of a second, a breakdown or a failure on your part. Do not ever call yourself abandoned. That was the divine cut. It was the blinding sword of light of truth, slicing through the roots, severing the rusty karmic chains binding your ankles to a dark reality. The universe had to be heartless in those blood-soaked moments. It had to step in and sweep away the unworthy, executing an uncompromising, massive spiritual surgery to detach you from all deception, saving you from a life of slow corrosion. The ultimate trauma you endured was actually just the pain of extracting venom from your body. It is the greatest liberation. You were saved, yanked back right from the edge of losing yourself forever. That cut may have bled, but it stopped you from being drained in the future. You did not lose love. Ask yourself, if the launch pad was not cleared, how would the greatest miracle in the universe have enough safe space to land? How could a breathtakingly beautiful soul carrying the complete destiny blueprint step into your life when you were still surrounded by spiritual vampires? Empty space, the cold isolation, the chilling silence you have had to grit your teeth through in recent nights is absolutely not abandonment or punishment. 1,000,000,000 times no. It is the most radiant, sacred, and pristine clearing after the Great Flood. Your soul's launch pad has been completely sterilized. All remnants of the past, all traces of those toxic people have been completely incinerated to roll out a red carpet sparkling with blinding starlight. The current silence of the universe is the holding of breath before the biggest explosion of true love is triggered. This empty space was established solely to receive one, and only one. You are being lifted to an entirely new frequency level. A higher and more powerful dimension. Up there, those narrow-minded people from your past, the ghosts of betrayal, will never ever have the right to even touch the hem of your garment again. They are stuck in a broken, dark timeline, while you are soaring to the peak of radiant fulfillment. All your resentments have been handed back to karma for judgment. You are completely debt-free from the darkness. That divine cut did not just sever toxic connections. It also conveniently sliced through financial dead ends and the curses of poverty clinging to your bloodline. All blockages have been cleared. What you are about to do is not charity. It is not a transaction. It is a declaration that the curse stops with you. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, the seed you plant right now carries every financial door that has been shut, every generational pattern you have been quietly breaking alone. You are not paying for a blessing. You are signaling to heaven that you understand the harvest belongs to your bloodline, not just to you. Plant it and watch what gets released, not just in your life, but in the lives of those who come after you. If you know someone who has been carrying the same weight, who has been silently surviving the same dark night you just walked through, do not let them walk past this message without seeing it. Share this right now. The protection being drawn over you extends to everyone you bring into this frequency. One share could be the exact thing that finds them at their lowest moment tonight. Now slowly close your eyes, smile, a truly fulfilled smile from the absolute depths of your soul, and hold your head high as you step straight into tomorrow's dawn. You are no longer the victim of any past trauma. You are officially the proudest main character in the universe's magnificent miracle. All of heaven is showering you with grace and smiling radiantly upon you. Type "I am ready" in the comments. Not as a performance, as a promise you are making to yourself, in this moment, that you will no longer stand in the way of what is already moving toward you. The door is open. The launch pad is clear. You have done the work, now receive. Absolute peace will remain with you forever. See you in the most sacred moment, when you put on the most dazzling wedding dress and proudly step into the glorious destiny of your life. If those numbers have already been appearing in your life, drop them in the comments right now. 111, 444, 777. Whatever sequence keeps finding you, let the universe see that you are paying attention. And before you go, type "Amen" one final time. Not because this video asked you to, but because something in you arrived here different from how you came in.